What's the truth of this, and red M&Ms?
Oh, dear Lord, honey.
We might as well really get it because that story came out, I think it was an anonymous story, and then everyone said, oh, it's Valentina.
There's something about the way that I do things that either irritates people or people just live, right?
Yeah.
So I have this either or. And at the time, I just was praise and praise and praise and praise and more followers and more love. And why does everybody love her? That I've just been getting so much love that when anything that comes up must come down. Anybody that you know is really famous, like everybody's gone through this process of like, okay, we all love Cardi B, right? And she was rising, 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 rising. She gets to a level of success, and then there comes that little turbulence where it's like something will happen. They're like, no, let's clock her, let's drag her, let's cancel her, let's bring her down. And you know, we've all had this moment, us artists, where like we climb too high, and then they want to drag you down to see if you can make it through. You know, and I think Red M&Ms was that moment where everybody wanted to just like snatch my wig off, throw it off, and see if I would cry or if I would stand there and pose. You know? And in that moment, when it happened, I was building. When that happened, because I'm such a private person, it exposed this facade and this character of who I could really be, right? At that time, I was booked every single day. No break, just gig, 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 gig. You know, Lady Gaga, another plane, blah, blah, blah. That was me, right? At the time, me and my manager, Jason King, I love you, Jason. Me and Jason were just, you know, well, mama, we got these bookings, fill up the calendar.
Right,
and he was like, you know, I'll get my cut, you got your cut, coin, 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 coin. Coins were just falling, and we were just catching them, just like a good hooker would, you know, catching the next check, just. We were just doing it. And it got to a point where I was no longer resting. I was no longer having me time, and it was no longer fun. You know? I was just showing up to the gig, they would throw me in the car, I would do the show, I would go on the stage, act like a little monkey, take a bow, go backstage, pack up, do it again. And so when by the time that I'd gotten to this gig in Nashville, Tennessee for Play, I was exhausted. I was probably very short of words, not the sweetheart, not acting like Miss Congeniality. Just like, okay, all right, I'll do it, blah, blah, blah. I was running late. I demanded, and I still demanded, I don't give a fuck, it's in my writer. I only do meet and greets before the show, I don't do after the show, because after the show, I've already performed, but I'm sweated out, the list is coming up, and I don't play that, I don't give a fuck.
The fans are maybe drunk?
They're drunk, they're turned, they're having a good time. They want to tug on your wig. I'm not about that life, you know?
I can understand that, right?
I'm not about that.
No, baby, I totally agree. That's exactly the rule.
Catch me for them pictures when I'm fresh.
Yeah, when I'm fresh.
I arrive, the powder is set, the lip is nice and shiny. Right after I'm haggard, I'm not trying to take no damn picture, girl. I'm so sorry. You know, all these other drag queens are real humble. They'll do whatever it takes. Not me, Josh. I was born poor, but I was acting real entitled even when I was poor, dreaming of the fairy tale that I wanted to live. You know? My mother had a real hard time with me because she's real humble. Girl, why did she give birth to the biggest fucking diva? You know, and she, you know, if I have anybody to thank about having an ounce of hope of being a good person, it's because of my mother.
Wow.
You know, she was born dirt poor, and the principles and the morals that she's instilled in me gives me a backbone to be able to be grateful, to, you know, to remind me, to slap me some sense into me, to be grateful for everything. But at that time, I got to the gig. Maybe I was not nice that day, but there was all this stuff going around and all these rumors.
Right, they were all like, Valentina showed up, she was late.
She was late, she demanded having a meet and greet before that. Then there was this karate chop video, roll the footage, where I'm attacking a fan and like slapping her hand away.
Oh, right, I forgot about the
Something
old
like that. That blew up. And then she had posted this thing, not even mentioning my name, insinuating at a rose emoji.
Right.
Which the rose emoji is my emoji. It's followed me. I've blessed the entire community with rose emojis with lots of love, and it went real left. Girl, it was like a hack of rose emojis from my Latin fans. They were just going crazy. I told them to give love. Ooh, excuse me, the champagne. Shirley Temple burps, you know, it's okay, me too. Because you know Shirley Temple was drinking champagne at 7 years old. That's what I'm feeling like, because my goals, my image is like, what do I want to look like? I want to look like a little 7-year-old little girl. That's
perfect youth.
Hello. Hi, it's me, Valentina.
Anyway, okay, so back to the story.
Back to the story,
because I'm talking in circles now. So the story went that she uploaded some Instagram insinuating, I'm so tired of these girls, and she mentioned a lot of girls, but it all fell on me because of the rose emoji.
Right.
That are demanding to have red roses and red M&Ms and champagne and being driven around. And I think at the time they'd had like Nina Bonina, and they had driven her around and took her to Party City to blah, 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 taka, 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 hate their fans, blah, blah, blah. And at the time, like, it all fell on me. It all fell on me, and the whole community came for me, Josh. They all turned.
Yeah.
Even my own fans turned on me. I got, let's say, like, I had been at DragCon. I had a 5-hour wait for my fans at DragCon. Just signing my life away. I had fans getting 8x10s of me, ripping them and throwing them in the trash. They'd been sending it to me direct. They hated me after that. How dare you be so rude and disrespectful, blah, blah. All those things that were said about me, aside with the fact that I was tired and short of words and demanded to have a meet and greet before the show, which everybody does it now, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like me and my manager helped pave the way for meet and greet only before the show, no exceptions, or else I'm not coming because I don't play that shit. Okay? And so, I can't, right? So paving the way for that to happen and like came for me, right?
How did you handle it emotionally? Because you're on a roller coaster at that point. The highest high of getting on Drag Race, getting kicked off, getting back out there, doing so well, then getting kicked off on the television version, and then getting so much attention. So you'd come off this big high and then suddenly it's zooming down. Where are you at emotionally at that point? Emotionally,
I'm lost. I'm very lost. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't love what I do anymore. Everything is just, my drag is tired. I'm tired. I'm throwing on the same outfits every day. I haven't been home, living out of the suitcase. Not even having time to go run to Walgreens and pick up whatever I need. I'm just like working with what I got. Didn't have an assistant at the time. And just calling my manager, crying all the time. Like, listen, like, yes, I'll be there, or let's do it. And you know, we learned everything together. He's now built a business called Kings Queens and represents all these girls, and they're all doing very well. But at the moment, it was just me and him, you know? And at those times, like, it was like 3 in the morning and I couldn't call anybody other than Jason. He was there for me and he helped me, but I was lost. I would get home and my friends would see me and they would think, okay, you're not okay, you know? I was not grateful, I was not level-headed, I was not happy. I was being overworked and I didn't know how to vocalize it. I didn't know how to tell my manager, you know, I'm overbooked, because I was supposed to be grateful for it. Had the entire drag community coming for me. And I had all these important events happening, like America's Next Top Model and what is it on Bravo, that show? Andy Cohen invited me to come and talk.
Yeah, you were all over the place.
Moschino came and invited me to be front row at their fashion show, and all these things were happening so fast, and I was smiling through it. When in doubt, smile, but I was so unhappy inside.
And how have you figured that out? How have you gone through that? Because that wasn't that long ago.
I started to have panic attacks. I started to really go through it. Become mentally unstable and unhappy. And I just got to a point where I demanded that I have some time off. I think I lied. I lied one time and I said that I had kidney stones, but I was having a real mental breakdown. Real mentally unstable, and like threatening all the people that I loved, and said, like, if you guys don't give me a break, I'm gonna hurt myself, you know? And they then knew and understood that I needed some time off to just collect myself. And after that, me and Jason, who I love, we started to work out my schedule and said, you know what, like, I need to focus on my mental health because I'm not enjoying this. If I can't enjoy this, how the fans are gonna enjoy me getting there? No one's gonna wanna enjoy working with me. I'm being a bitch and being ungrateful, and I don't love what I do. So I collected myself real quick. I picked the pieces together and I started to think about, Do you love what you do? Of course I love what I do. Are you grateful for what you do? Of course I'm. Why? How can you show that? So I started to get more involved with my community of people that I had left behind. Because when you're traveling, you don't have that hug, you don't have that kiss, that support of the people that love you. You're just going on your own, and you're like expecting that the applause of strangers will fill the void for that daily love that you really need every day in your life, right? That hug or that, hey, Josh, how are you doing? I was never available to that because, you know, my times of being available and awake are from, 10 o'clock at night to 5 in the morning. And who's going to answer the phone at that time?
Yeah.
Right? So I just started to get myself together and fall in love with drag again because I'd fallen out of love with it. I always fucking wanted this. And now that I have it, I must pay for it. And I must live with it. And I must learn to love it, learn to enjoy it. It does bother me sometimes. It does. Sometimes I just want to be normal. Sometimes I just want to be free. But then I'm like, no, bitch, you're a star. Make it work. So you just come to live with it. And you come to save your energy and to learn how to be the star. A star will always shine. And if you're aware of that, and a star's gift is to share that light, that you have so much in you that you have to share it, but you have to save it. You can't just be giving away samples for free all the time.
Yeah.
No, you have to meditate, and when the moment comes to share, you go out and you just shoot them, you hit them with it. Here's some love.
That's right. So what's next, Valentina? Are we going to get that Valentina album?
It's taking a long time to make this happen, but I've been working on an entire album. I'm hoping that earlier next year it will come out, if not new music, very soon.
Right.
I just wrote my first song, and I was gifted a song written by Gloria Trevi and Claudia Brand.
Wow.
It's a big deal for me. I just performed it at Carolina Herrera for their after party. And, this whole music journey, I'm taking my time with it because I want to do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you only get to make your debut once.
Yeah.
And we know you like to do it perfect.
Oh, honey, I like a big old fat budget.
Yes, you do.
And everything that I do well, everything that I do, I like to do well, and I like to take my time with it. So I let out things a little bit at a bit. You know?
Valentina, you have really turned it, and you've been through a lot, and I think you're incredible. And I know that there's so many more big things to come for you. You truly are a superstar.
Thank you so much.
We love you here at Hey Queen, don't we, Lady Rat?
We love her so much. Thank you for coming, girl.
And honey, you have turned it so fiercely that you have snatched the trophy. There you go, honey.
Thank you so much.
And you've also won yourself, you know what it is, a lap dance. Yeah! Oh, yes. Oh my God. This is getting good.
Ay, mi amor, muchas gracias. Qué lindo. All this for me. Oh, my.
Hey, Queen! Hey, Queen! Yes! It's here on Hey Queen!
Yeah! Oh my God, Valentina, this is incredible. Valentina's not going anywhere. She's, of course, going to play Look at Her, so you're going to want to tune into that. Thank you to our lap dancer, Gerg is the word. Thank you to the beautiful Lady Red.
Oh, Valentina! Yes.
And thank you to the one and only Valentina.
Thank you so very much.
Valentina. Oh, you are incredible. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time on Hey Queen. Bye, baby.
Hello, children! Click here! Click here! And subscribe! You're welcome.